Unfortunately, this week's update isn't that spectacular. Let's see. Got that. And we've got this. Yeah, only 5 DVDs, unfortunately. We'll begin with Evangelion 2.22, which... This is a very strange cover. Ooh, and that's that little girl, Asuka. It'll be interesting to see if 2.22 has less Asuka bitching, considering it had less Shinji being a wimp, I guess. But maybe it's not fair. One of my theories is that Evangelion was something you could relate to because all the characters were just so imperfect. I see it's got 2 discs. We've got a booklet here. I've been waiting excitedly for this release, so interesting. Got some pictures, some dialogue. So then the question is, what is this? There's a sticky thing here. Now there no longer is. It looks like the same on the back, so it's just a very strange disc cover. The only other new DVD this week that I have is Guin Saga Part 1. I do not know what to think about that. After all, that's not a very human main character, which intrigues me. At the same time, it triggers a fear in that part of me that doesn't want to see different things, I guess. I don't know. So I really ought to check it out just to challenge myself. Now, Durara Part 2 also came out this week, but it didn't occur to me that that was coming from maybe the Bandai store or whatnot, so I've neglected to check ahead of time and order it to increase the possibility that would be here. So I ordered it the same day I ordered these. Naturally, that means it'll probably arrive tomorrow or Friday. So unfortunately, that's not here for the update, but I did include a couple of other things. Nothing too spectacular. This one says it's $24, but I'm pretty sure it was listed for only $4. This is a City Hunter 357 Magnum. And then I have a Great Dangaioh 2 and 3, which leaves only number 4 for me to obtain, I believe. I'll have to investigate that on my own to see if it could be a 13-episode series, and then that would measure up. Unfortunately, that's all of this week's releases. But I guess, now that I think about it, I can also cover the Nintendo 3DS. Nothing spectacular about it. I'm pretty sure y'all have already seen videos about them all over the place. So, I've played a little bit. The augmented reality cards that come with it, they're pretty neat. I actually really like this mysterious charging station that you can plug into instead of plugging into this guy. It doesn't feel like it should work, like it should charge, because I don't see metal contacts here. But I guess those are some there or something, and it somehow works. That's pretty cool. The only games I have, Rayman 3D was the main one I was wanting to play, the main launch title. It's a remake of Rayman 2 for the Dreamcast, I believe, and I never played any of them, never had a Dreamcast, so it's a good start for me. And I guess the only real problem I've had with this game is a little helper guy flies towards the screen, releasing all of these multicolored sparkles that actually make my eyes hurt. I wonder if that would actually be bad for somebody who's epileptic. I'm not sure. Otherwise, it was actually really neat being able to judge the distances between jumps better in 3D. sort of like playing in 2D except in 3D now, for reals or something. I also got Combat of Giants Dinosaurs 3D because, well, I wanted more titles. This one has fucking dinosaurs in it. And it seemed to be a fighting game, sort of like Street Fighter 4. So I went with this over Street Fighter since, well, to be honest, I probably gave up around the 20th Street Fighter 2. I haven't played it yet, but my brother did, and he said it was strange, which is probably exactly what I was hoping for. And I don't think me or any of my brothers have played this yet. This is a Samurai Warriors Chronicles, I guess maybe an offshoot from Dynasty Warriors, if not a game based upon the same general time period and whatnot. Anyways, I bought it because it seemed like it would be a variety third game to get that I don't usually play those kind of, so I don't know. Anyways, obviously there could have been more DVDs, but I am actually watching my bank account a lot more carefully because, you know, the release of the 3DS and 3 games, that's almost a big week's worth of stuff on its own, but that does not include donating to the Japanese tsunami relief and buying birthday presents, since it is now the birthday present buying time of the year, and I had forgotten about that. Fun stuff, but hopefully next week the anime DVD stuff picks back up again. So this past week ended up being a lot busier than I anticipated. A lot more things happened not anime related, to the point where I pretty much felt like I didn't have too much of a chance to do any more room update stuff, so I guess since it's almost the end of March and I really wanted to have all this done by March, I better record it all tomorrow for y'all. I'll probably record the quick and easy one tonight. That will leave 2 other things. One thing I can do tomorrow night, because I've got DVDs here. I needed the DVDs to show y'all some of that stuff. So I can probably take care of recording that tomorrow, and probably also take the time to go through all of those. Oh, man, that's a huge project. And once again, the weekend is not as clear as I would have liked it to be to do this stuff. Oh well. There is some, let's see. So once again, obviously this week was not a spectacular update, simply because there's been plenty of things to spend the money on, and so my bank account is a little tighter than usual. The next paycheck, of course, loosens it up again. Hopefully next week is a pretty normal week, because it needs to be. I mean, Do It On Part 2 didn't arrive today, obviously, so it's going to probably be here in time for next week's update, which only leaves the 2 things DVD Aficionado says are coming out next week. Now, maybe there's something else that it does that it's not keeping track of, but unless I also buy some old stuff, it would be a pretty pathetic update unless I, pad it a bit. So, hopefully I'll be able to do that tomorrow, actually, since it's the 31st. Yeah. Okay, so I'll probably be able to do that tomorrow. Get some stuff figured out, make sure the anime DVDs come back in. Woo. So, I don't know what kind of update next week is going to be, but I will make sure it's not the boring one. So, I'll see y'all then.